Up next on Eco Company.
Bikes saved from a date with a landfill.
This is our famous back lot. It's kind of like a used junkyard for bikes.
And these bikes are getting fixed up by teens. For their efforts, they earn 2 wheels of their very own.
Then, surfing for change and making videos.
You know, they're really fun, and I make a point to make the movies fun because I think that changing the world should be fun.
Raising awareness about environmental issues at home and around the world.
Plus, finding common ground.
Good morning, Eco Explorers.
Meet some high school students who are getting kids excited about nature. All that and more on Eco Company.
Starting right now. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Eco Company. I'm Jelena.
And I'm Josh, and what a great day for a bike ride.
Biking and the environment, that's one great combination.
And we found one organization that's teaching kids about both.
Josh paid them a visit to see what it's all about.
It's one-stop shopping for reused bikes.
So this is our main parts room. This is wheels, forks, cranks, handlebars, pedals.
Rows and rows of tires, spokes, and gear shifts. The Recyclery Thrift Shop in San Rafael, California has them all, and then some.
People donate shoes, gloves, helmets, bikes, anything, and we sell it all.
Store manager Andy Phelps says new or used, everything's welcome here.
This is our famous back lot. It's kind of like a used junkyard for bikes.
And if it's a fixer-upper, even better.
What we do is we tune up bikes or anything that people can no longer use. We take and restore it and tune it up, and when we sell it, all the proceeds help take disadvantaged kids on mountain bike rides.
The money supports the nonprofit Trips for Kids, which opens the doors of cycling to youth nationwide. Back at the warehouse, teens don't just get on bikes, they learn to repair them too. You could call 17-year-old Augustine Brasino an old-timer. He's been coming here 5 years.
I've learned that working with bikes is not easy in the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, it's very simple.
Brasino and teens like Byron Perez are just 2 of hundreds that come through here.
I want to learn about fixing bikes and building my own, like fixing brakes, adjusting new bumper brackets, new wheels, and everything.
And there's a payoff too. Some eventually get hired on as employees.
There's no wiggle, and it spins. You got it. I did. Yeah, nice.
And they can all leave with their very own bike. Instructor Nova Hairston says it's called the Earn a Bike program.
So they come in and they work on their own bikes. They also work on the customers' bikes of the community. And every hour that they work here, they get 2 credits. And then when they get enough credits, they can buy their own bike.
Today, there's no shortage of work to be done.
I'm trying to change out the tubes, fix the cables, true the wheels, make sure the brakes are working fine so we can sell it to people in the community that need it.
I'm working today on front shifters to fix this bike, and I need to install a new cable for this thing right here.
Today we are doing pretty much fixing up all the loaner bikes that we've been using, and they've all gotten destroyed. So we're fixing up all the bikes so that they could have bikes to use around town, and also working on bikes that need to get recycled and picking out parts that need to get reused.
It's keeping 13-year-old Josue Jimenez busy.
So what are you working on today?
I'm stripping down this bike.
That means taking off the big parts, like the wheels.
So do you put new bikes together with all these old parts?
Yeah.
There's pretty much an environmental lesson in almost anything we do, from recycling the old metal and a difference between reusing and recycling and the energy that's used.
Repaired bikes end up back at the shop.
All of these bikes are waiting to be picked up. These are ones that were in that pile over there that we've tuned up.
And the environmental message?
Recycle. Recycle, reuse, and provide for disadvantaged kids. I mean, it's a win-win-win.
From biking to surfing.
You're about to meet a guy who's living his dream and surfing the world.
But he has a larger purpose, protecting the world he enjoys.
He's doing it with a camera and a website dedicated to change.
had this dream last night where I came up here naked. It's so close.
Meet 21-year-old Kyle Tierman.
I love to surf, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to travel around the world surfing.
He's a guy who spends a good chunk of his time out here. Tierman's a pro surfer, filmmaker, and environmentalist based in Santa Cruz, California.
It's a really awesome place to grow up, very tight-knit community. The waves are really good.
But even he admits it can be a little on the chilly side.
It gets really cold in the winter, so you have to like put your wetsuit on, the hood, and like booties and everything.
Tierman doesn't just surf his shores. He travels the globe in search of great waves, and he brings along more than his board. He also brings his camera.
Hi, my name's Kyle Tierman.
Tierman is behind Surfing for Change. It's a video series he created to raise awareness about ocean-related environmental issues.
You know, they're really fun, and I make a point to make the movies fun because I think that, you know, changing the world should be fun.
He hits up surf spots from Hawaii to Chile to South Africa and points in between. And wherever he goes, when he sees an environmental story, he tells it.
Last year, I followed a plastic bag from my hometown of Santa Cruz to the North Shore of Oahu. Up until recently, when I'd go skating, I'd bring a plastic bottle of water with me. When I'd come in from surfing and grab a burrito, I'd take it out in a plastic bag. But then something changed. I took an incredible trip to the North Shore of Oahu. Using a plastic bag. When you go to the store and use a plastic bag, it's like, for a while, I didn't even think about that. I didn't think that that bag literally never goes away, and that lots of times it blows out to sea and ocean currents will, you know, wash it up on a beach in Hawaii, or a sea turtle will eat it. I'm gonna start bringing my own bottle to the skate park, and next time I get a burrito, I'm bringing my own bag.
Tierman's also spotlighting coastal communities threatened by fossil fuel producing plants, like this fishing town in Chile.
I'm here in Jeffreys Bay, South Africa, where I'm standing right in front of the best point break in the world.
Jeffreys Bay, South Africa is also the center of an energy debate.
About 40 kilometers away from here, they're proposing the largest nuclear power plant. Nuclear. The kind of stories that I look for when I travel are an issue that is directly affecting a community in another country that has waves.
So thanks to Tierman's films, we're getting an oceanfront view of issues threatening marine communities. What now? Tierman says it's about small steps, not being a hardcore activist.
That's what the Surfing for Change series is not. You know, it's showing you that you don't need to be a full-time activist to be a part of the solution.
Simple steps to take: bring your own bag to the store to reduce plastic pollution. Buy locally to support local economies. Another biggie, use your keyboard.
If you're a teen of today, you have a huge amount of power to create change through social networking. Like updating your status on Facebook to something that you actually care about, you know, an issue that you care about. You're getting this message out to hundreds and thousands of people potentially, and that's how change happens.
So from protecting stunning coastlines, marine life, and communities who depend on them to survive, Tierman hopes his movies inspire others to take action. No surfboard required.
Well, I think that people have a lot more power than they think they do. You know, just on a simple, everyday decisions that you make are affecting people all over the world, because we live in such a globalized community that your daily action has a ripple effect out. So if you can understand that a few of these simple decisions that you might not even think about have a big impact, and that by simply shifting one or two of them, you can really help out in a big way.
And for Tierman, doing his part is all in a day's surf. Do you remember going to summer camp?
Hey, bo diddly bop. Hey, bo diddly bop.
Coming up, these high school students are going back as counselors, and they're getting kids excited about nature.
And later, Josh joins Trips for Kids for a bike ride through a national park. It's a reward for a job well done. Can you think of any better way to spend the day than in the great outdoors?
The high school students you're about to meet would have to agree.
They're camp counselors, green thumbs, and a whole lot more.
Good morning, Eco Explorers.
Who could forget the sights
Hey, bo diddly bop. Hey, bo diddly bop.
and sounds of summer camp?
I gotta get back to my block.
We're reliving the good old days at Common Ground in New Haven, Connecticut.
I'm gonna be your pizza man. I'm gonna be your pizza man.
A place where there's more going on than meets the eye.
Common Ground is a nonprofit organization which is devoted to developing the next generation of environmental leaders.
By summer, this 20-acre site is an ecology camp for kids, complete with an urban farm and high school counselors.
Hey, Blue Beetles, let's go!
Come fall, it's a charter school campus and recognized leader in both academics and environmental education.
It's an academic college prep program, but it's environmentally themed. So a lot of our courses sort of use the environment as sort of the core teaching tool to teach them the academic skills that they need to go to college.
Melissa Spear is the program's executive director.
Our high school students who are here during the school year, and there are 165 high school students, many of them work in our ecology camp during the summer.
Whoever needs some water, you come over here to the hose, come on.
18-year-old Ralston Sessions is one of them. He's spending his summer back on campus as a camp counselor. Today's order of business?
Here to stay, we go!
To get their feet moving.
We're going on a big hike. These kids come out here, interact with nature, and have fun with it, and are excited to come back every year. So it just makes it even funner as a job.
All right, next one. You want to come in?
Jasmine Wilborn is another eco-minded teen. She became a counselor at only 13.
I was actually the first junior counselor to start this program that we have now. Run over here, Malika, right here.
She didn't go to school here, but is a former camper herself.
The reason why I continue to come back to Common Ground is because I know that children in nature is very important. And it's important because nature brings us back to our roots of being simple and grateful.
She even started a scholarship fund that pays camp fees for kids who can't afford to come on their own.
This year I did a rock-to-rock ecology bike ride, and I raised $750, and that was awesome. And then we raised a lot more. So we have like about $10,000 financial bank for kids. And it's really awesome. I mean, these efforts are good because we have kids who live right down the street who may just be in a regular TV kind of restrictive, non-creative setting, but now they're in nature enjoying and playing and using their minds in creative and natural ways, as opposed to being in an indoor building playing basketball all day because that's what they see on TV. Hello.
Here, it's not just about being creative. It's about food, as in growing your own.
Over here we have our tomatoes.
Terrence Walker is taking us on a garden tour.
This is Common Ground's lower garden. It's at the bottom of our hill. We grow food for our school and we sell it to the public too.
Students also put academics to the test here too.
We also have our environmental ventures class, and students make their own business. Like one of them, they make smoothies, mango smoothies and strawberry smoothies, and we have like this bike that has the blender on the seat and you just pedal it and it turns it all.
Soon they'll get to keep a lot more of what they grow too. The school's building a new harvest pavilion.
This will have 2 refrigerators in it, which will allow us to keep more produce in season, which means we could actually grow this and keep it for longer and not sell it all off.
But the pavilion isn't the only way they're putting building skills to the test.
We know we want information up here about recycling, about how we recycle, about how we reduce waste, about how we compost, about how the buildings got built.
Green Job Corps students, including 17-year-old Arturo Lopez, came up with these.
And here will be a compost bin, a waste bin, and a recycling bin. And the idea for this was to create a system that we can use before getting to the step of just recycling.
They're made out of wood that's been reclaimed.
The Green Job Corps group who made the structure, their goal was to build something that they could leave for the school that could be reused and grow into more different ideas.
And ideas are something Common Ground is all about. Whether it's sprouting seeds of change,
I learned a lot about the environment and how it affects me.
Or nurturing the next generation.
Being a counselor even helped me more because it shows me the effect I can have on the future by just showing kids how the environment is affecting us.
Common Ground is connecting young people with the world around them.
We think that the work we do here is very, very important, and that having the youth understand their role in the world and their relationship with the environment is absolutely critical.
For kids to know now that we need to conserve and save is better, because I wasn't really taught that at a young age. My parents and generations before wasn't. So it's best now so we can stop. We can actually stop pollution and lower the risk of hurting the earth.
I love Common Ground.
Coming up, the Trips for Kids mechanics get out for a ride.
And Josh hops on a bike to tag along.
More Eco Company is still ahead.
Sometimes it's not how far you travel, but where you go.
Case in point, taking a bike trip in your own backyard.
Josh takes us back to the Recyclery bike shop for one more look around before grabbing 2 wheels of his very own.
The sign on the door says it all. Reusing donated bikes is key to the operation at the Recyclery thrift shop in Northern California. It's run by Trips for Kids, a nationwide nonprofit founded by Marilyn Price.
I've worn my Trips for Kids shirt every day since we developed t-shirts. So yeah, no, it is my life. I love it.
Trips for Kids takes kids on bike rides and gives them job training too, because teens help do the work here.
We have recycled and reused and rebuilt hundreds and hundreds of bikes that would have gone into landfill, and all the clothing and parts that nobody knows what to do with. We give them a second life.
In return for their time, kids can earn a bike of their very own.
Kids come after school, they learn how to work on bikes, and at the end of the day, they earn credit, which is like earning money.
It's serious business for 17-year-old Augustine Brasino.
When you have a job, you have to be really responsible, and you have to have a good work ethic.
Brasino's an old-timer with 5 years under his belt. It's 3 for Hermon Guido.
It's free, it's fun. You get free bikes, you get to learn how to fix a bike, and there's a lot of great people here.
Yeah, this is the place to be.
The other place to be is out here.
All right, come on down. Buckle, 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 buckle.
We're heading out with the Recyclery crew and Trips for Kids. First things first, can't forget those helmets. Or the rules of the road. Instructor Nova Hairston gives us the rundown.
No going off trails to make your own trails to pass people. Why do you guys think that's important? What is the plants and bushes are to other animals?
Animals' habitat.
Animals' habitat, that's correct. So we don't want to destroy their homes like they don't come in and destroy our homes.
Conservation is also a big message. That's where Michael Rogers chimes in.
As you, Byron, do have a water bottle and you're using a reusable water bottle.
Byron Perez gets the thumbs up, but not the general public.
Americans use 2.5 million plastic bottles every hour. Right? Where do you think those go when we're done using them? It's plastics, non-biodegradable.
Landfills, the ocean.
Now it's time to see just what it is we're protecting.
Yes, Trips for Kids!
So off we go. Today's ride takes us through a national park where trees surround us everywhere.
Well, the idea is to self-empower these young kids who would have no opportunity to get out and see some of this stuff, much less even know about it.
When a kid learns something and he gets excited and then gets his bike fixed and goes out on a ride and then comes back and is excited, pretty much is what I love about this job.
It's all about using the outdoors to get kids thinking about the environment.
Just being out there, seeing the beauty of where you are, getting that message that our planet is in danger.
Well, I haven't learned a lot, but I've learned that it's more healthier than cars. It's a lot better for our environment. It helps the environment, it helps our own bodies.
I've learned that nature is a very, very pleasant place, and that you have to enjoy it, and you have to respect it.
A while later, we reach the end of the road.
The ride was really good. I get really tired, but
I had a lot of fun.
It's an experience Trips for Kids hopes they'll remember for a long time to come.
That we hope that they will want to continue exploring the outdoors in this fun way on their mountain bike.
That was fun, and a great workout too. A nice way to get close to nature. Thanks, Trips for Kids, for a memorable experience.
Well, that wraps up another episode of Eco Company. Thanks for tuning in.
For more information on the stories in the show, or to give us your feedback, head to our website at eco-company.tv.
And remember, you too can be a part of the solution. We'll see you back here next time
on Eco Company. Race around the lake?
Yeah.